Hi viewers, welcome back to my channel, Manasa Pursuit of Happiness, and this is Dr. Chitra Aravind. So today I've come with a very delicate topic, that is a topic on loneliness. So this topic, that is feeling lonely, this particular emotion, what every human beings experience at some point in their time, it is okay as long as it is temporary. But if this feeling of loneliness is persisting over a period of time, then it becomes a major problem. So first of all, let's understand what do you mean by feeling lonely, because all of us might have used this term, I feel so lonely at some point in our life. Okay, so what do you exactly mean by the term feeling lonely? So that is, as a human beings, we are all social animals. So we are all longing for social connections. Even apart from the basic need for hunger and thirst, our need for social connection is again pronounced and emphasized by every aspect of our life. We all love to have meaningful connections with people, isn't it? So when we are aspiring for such connections, but we are not getting it, what happens? This gap between what we really aspire for and when we are not getting such meaningful connections in our life, we feel empty, we feel not so connected, and we feel like people don't understand you. So this is where we say that you feel lonely. Okay, so now when I say loneliness, people may mistake that, so she is all alone at home, and in America and also nowadays in India, there are a lot of single mothers and single parenting going on. So people may say that these people are extremely lonely people. No, it is not. Actually, loneliness is a very tricky and a highly perceived term. That means even though you're so alone, you're the only person in the family, still you don't feel lonely. You need not feel lonely. At the same time, if you're connected, I think you're like, surrounded by a lot of people. You're surrounded by a lot of people in the family. Let's say you live in a joint family setup and you have your cousins, you have your parents, and you have everyone around you. Even for a happily married couple who has their spouse and kids around you, still there are chances that you can feel extremely lonely. So you may be missing that authentic connection with people whom you're around with. So this feeling is a very distressing feeling, and this is a very major, this is a major symptom for depression and anxiety as well. So when they say if you're feeling lonely for over a period of time, then a lot of researchers have proven that this can lead to even death. Isn't it surprising? Because it can have a compromised immune system, and it can increase your stress levels. It can have impact on your physical health in the case, like type 2 diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, and also it can lead to a lot of mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and a lot of other different personality patterns. So it is very important that we address this issue today, especially at this situation what all of us are feeling. Many people can be prone to having this loneliness, especially we can say what segment of people will be feeling lonely. We could say even children from the age of 10 and who are like proceeding towards a teen, as well as by young adults, for example, like from 20 to 25 year, as well as old people. They all may say that I feel so lonely. Okay, so they are only happy when they are talking to their loved ones, maybe one or two. Otherwise they feel like, no, I'm lonely, I'm so bored and all this. So but then how do you understand this loneliness? How do you come out of it? So there are psychological tips. Before that, you should understand why we feel chronically lonely. So as I already told you, we are all like, social animals. We all want that social connections, but still we go away from it. So this you can understand when I talk about food. For example, if you eat some poisonous food by mistake and you develop this, stomach issues and all that, you don't tend to touch the food again, right? So similarly, when we have bad experiences with our friends or relatives or any other connections or what we have in our life, we have this fear of rejection or fear of getting hurt. So this can stem right from your childhood in the form of attachment problem, where you had a poor attachment with your family, or like your mother, father. So it can stem from there as well. So the irony here is people long for connections, but when they go close to the connection, they just come back. They just come back because they are afraid that they will get rejected. So they are very hypersensitive about any signs of rejection. For example, when they think about why don't you want to talk to your old friend of yours, when we say for example, if a friend says I'm feeling so lonely, so you would give a suggestion, why don't you just phone up and talk to your old friend who was really friendly to you? Then you'll remember, oh, you know what, she said I was not looking so good and that dress she did not appreciate. So all these negative examples will come one by one for you, so that you don't tend to connect to the person whom you really want to connect. So here, please understand, those who are feeling lonely, that you are the one who is going away from the social connections because of the fear of rejection, or you may have some trust problems. After understanding what is it, psychology of loneliness, why you are not able to form meaningful connections with people despite having 1,000 Instagram followers and also Facebook friends. You may have a lot of such friends, but that really not actually connected to any one individual. When I say you don't feel lonely, you should be able to emotionally connect, connect to another person, talk about your, your likes, dislikes, and your emotion, deep secrets. When you can find one such person to whom you can be open and transparent, then you will never feel lonely. But then don't you think it is tough for you to do? That is because you may be lacking in social skills. That is again because of the problem with the trust as well as the attachment issues. So introspect, in solitude, think about you, why you're not able to connect to people, what is prolonging your loneliness for over a period of time. Think about it. Okay, then you will find out the answer. Or you may be extremely choosy about getting such friends and connections. Now the tips comes. Whenever you're having to form a new habit, you have to take baby steps. So one at a time, slowly you just see your social connections, your friends, relatives to whom you were actually having a great time earlier. So just try to connect to that person, just try talking to them. Here one more important tip comes, that is, have a positive attitude. Even before you want to connect with that person, don't go with this negative attitude, or he's going to reject me, or she's not going to talk to me properly. Please go with the positive attitude that they are going to be positive to you and going to be welcoming. And third one is, just drift away from your egocentrism about thinking all the time about yourself. Why am I feeling so lonely? Why people are not talking to me? Come out of that shell. Think about what other people wants, what other people's needs are, and what they are thinking and what they are feeling. Only then you can talk something very interesting for them that will again attract your, them towards you. So then your connection can be strong. And next thing is to talk to people who have similar interest. So find out your friend who has similar interests like you, probably in dance or probably in painting or whatever it may be. So then you can slowly form connections. Here I have to say one more point, that even people who are like extroverts and can be socially adept can have some problem with this loneliness again. Because again they have this trust issues, right? So just because you're good at social skill does not mean that you can come out of loneliness. You can still talk to a lot of people and feel lonely. So the point here is, you need to be opening up yourself and disclosing aspects of yourself with the trust, and the warmth with other people. Only then you can get out of this loneliness. At least one person you should be able to do that. And next thing is, be kind to people. And here you can also think about rendering your helping hands to other people. So what happens is, you are in a very lonely shell. So you feel again people are not wanting me and rejecting me. So just come out of it and connect to people and be kind to them. Do some charity, go out. And then what you feel is, oh, I am really good to people and they are so welcoming. So in that case, you can, slowly come out of it. And one more very important tip is to start loving yourself. What's the problem with these lonely people is that they're highly trying to preserve themselves from any kind of hurt and pain in their life. So once you start loving yourself, you're not bothered much about what other people think of you or how other people are going to judge you. All you want is to have good connections. Not everyone can like you. You can't please everyone. Even for a so-called person who is a great personality and great role model, there may be a set of people who may not like him or her. So please understand that you can't be liked by everyone. That is a perfectionist attitude you have about the society. It's not possible. And the perfectionist attitude you have towards yourself, let go of it. Just love yourself and accept yourself for who you are and what you are. Then you feel like you can have nice connections. And like I told you earlier, take these baby steps one at a time and you will slowly break the vicious cycle that people are not going to reject you there, people are not going to judge you there, but people are going to be really warm and kind and very fulfilling and meaningful relationship you can slowly have with them. So by then, even if you're alone in the house also, you're tied up there, no, it's not a problem. Now network is available, you can take a phone or you can use FaceTime. Just connect with people and have a beautiful connection. This is the basic need of a human being. So when you really want to live a life of live a happy life and live a life of every human being, what you want to aspire for, the meaningful connections and the wanting to connect to people, you have to just try and go ahead and do it and you will get rid of this loneliness, so that you can get back to your positive mental and physical health as well, and you can beat depression. Okay, so I hope the psychology of loneliness now is understood by those who have been listening to me. So thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you really like the video, please like it and also comment. If you want, you can share it, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.